we wanted to hear who's doing the work that is getting recognized and that's inspiring others. We had dozens and dozens of nominations, people who took their valuable time to write essays as to why somebody inspired them as they're building a better future. And we chose among them, we anonymized it, so we scrubbed their names. So this isn't a popularity contest. We anonymized those nominations. We had 3 people read those nominations. And so we chose the 3 that had multiple strongly recommend from the reviewers and multiple nominations that came in from the open call to everybody. Our next nominee, next Inclusive Product Management Champion, 1 nomination. He cares deeply about witnessing others succeed. Somebody had a testimonial. I joined his online community as initially as a means to transition into tech, but my motivation is now all about giving back and encouraging others. So someone came to his community looking for something for themselves and came away learning that joy is giving back to others. So this is really inspiring. And this is another one. I found him at a time when I was giving up on product management. I conceded that it probably wasn't for me and was almost certain that I could not break into the role. His posts on LinkedIn were inspiring, and I remember looking forward to his events. And if you read the full nomination, this is somebody who is giving up on product management, and now thanks to this Inclusive Product Management Champion, is now in product management. So changing lives, inspiring others to give back. Please join me in welcoming Jae Taylor.
Hey, everybody. Well, thank you very much for the nomination. Very exciting, very cool to see so many diverse faces here. So for those of you that don't know me, my why, I tell you, so I was a single dad. I don't have a bachelor's degree. And I was trying to make money. I was delivering newspapers in the morning. I was working an office assistant job at night. I was trying to go to community college at night, trying to make things work. And finally, I became an entrepreneur. And that's kind of when I came into tech, and I didn't know what I was doing. And so, I was helping people. I was helping my, basically working at being an entrepreneur, trying to figure stuff out, trying to provide for my family. And then, the financial crisis hit. But because of all of my entrepreneurial background, I've been an engineering manager at Expedia, a senior PM at Microsoft, director of product at Salesforce, a GPM at Twitter, a senior director of product at Peloton. And I did a lot of this because of the power of community, the power of networking, grit. There's so much that comes into being successful that people don't realize. And I try to share that a lot, which is why I post a lot on LinkedIn. And a couple of years ago, I posted on LinkedIn and I was like, well, hey, if anybody wants mentorship, I'm happy to share my story, kind of try to help inspire some people not to quit. Because I remember, in my early days, never thinking I could achieve what I did. And I got about 400 people on LinkedIn and another 500 people on Facebook that said that they wanted mentorship. And I realized, wow, we've got a problem here. Nobody has mentors. I've never had a mentor my entire career. And I've begged and, I do think it's a little bit tougher even when you're part of an underrepresented group. It's even tougher to find mentorship. And I started thinking more about it. And this is when I became a founder of MentorMesh.io about 2 years ago. And I'm like, you know what, I've been in tech, 15 years at the time. I'm like, what am I going to do for the next 15 years? I don't really have any desire to climb the corporate ladder, but instead I'm like, I've been focusing the last 2 years on sharing kind of my message. I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing. I remember my dad told me, a long time ago, he's like, yeah, you should work for Microsoft. And I remember thinking, there's no way. Microsoft has to be filled with some of the smartest people in the world. There's no way. But I've worked for Microsoft and I performed very well there. And I found that even a lot of my colleagues, they had a very different mindset than I did. And I learned the power of being an entrepreneur. I learned the power of community, the importance of networking, not just networking, but influencing without authority. Sometimes people will over focus on the domain. And I like to help people to open their eyes up to the power of helping other people and connecting with people, building community, and what that can do for opportunities for you. It's not just about being an expert product manager. Leadership is mentorship. Leadership is helping people be better around you, enabling people around you. That's what leadership is. Even if you're a VP of product or VP of design, VP of engineering, you're doing the same thing. Your job is to enable people under you to enable your colleagues around you to do the best work that they can do. That's leadership. And I think a lot of companies, they really should invest more time in mentorship. And so I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to change the way people think. It's not just about being a domain expert. It's about supporting the people around you. And so I started Mentor Mesh about 2 years ago. We run programs. We run accelerator programs. I'm launching a boot camp that's actually going to be launched on Tuesday, because I think a lot of people, it's more than just being a product manager. A lot of people, we just want a good job. We've got families. And you'll find that, the roles that exist today are going to change tomorrow. The companies that are on top today are going to be different tomorrow. So what does that mean? That means if you want stability, you need to aggressively pursue growth, seek financial independence, and retire early. The days of working for a company for 30, 40 years are over. Companies don't stay around that long anymore. So that's what I teach people, how to aggressively pursue growth. And I found that even people within tech companies now, right? Like I left my Microsoft colleagues a while back and I tripled my income in like 3 months, or excuse me, not 3 months. I wish it was 3 months. It was 3 years. But still, right? And a lot of it is because people get comfortable. They get comfortable, but you can't be comfortable. I mean, look at the stock market today, yesterday, this week. This is not the time to be comfortable. So I teach people to aggressively pursue growth, because what's very cool about my career journey is that I never applied for any of these jobs. Not a one of them. If you use platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter and you build inclusion, you build community, you help people first, you never have to apply for a job. They'll come and find you. Companies understand that the most important value, the asset for a company is you. They know that. Make yourself findable. Instead, people will study and they get smart, but they don't let themselves be findable. How do I find you? Right. So I teach things like that. And again, like when it comes to being underrepresented, so Mentor Mesh is just under 5,000 people. I think we're about 90% underrepresented groups. I'm raising 4 daughters that are Black, Korean, white, and Native American. So I'm raising a family that, imagine what that does to identity. I'm Black and Korean myself. There's challenges that we deal with that a lot of people don't think about. Right. And don't think that just because you get a job means the journey is over. It's not over. It's just beginning. So you need a community around you. So Mentor Mesh is the community that I think that we all need, because you're going to want to quit. There's going to be tough days. You're going to need help and support. Who's going to remind you how far you've come? And we've already seen dozens and dozens of people in the community land amazing opportunities, and we continue to help each other and lift each other up. That's what Mentor Mesh is all about. So much that I no longer work for any tech company, and this is what I'm doing full time. I want to help hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people go from being office assistants and join the best industry in the world. Tech is fantastic. Tech is business, right? Tech changes your life. I'm going to buy my mom's house this year. This is not things that I ever think that you think you can do, but you can. So anyways, that's what I love. I love helping people. Thank you so much for the honor. Yeah, tech is diverse.
You could transform a life, you could inspire the next generation, and you could build a better future. We want you to do that with us here at the Product Management Center. We want you to do that through the Inclusive Product Management Accelerator, through the How to Succeed in Product Management podcast. And we're going to keep going until we've built the future. So let us know how you would want to work with us, again, as we build a more inclusive, diverse, and skilled product management community and work together to build a better future.